So Joiin, the Xero marketplace. We've been part of the Xero, Quickbooks and Sage ecosystem since 2018 now, so kind of coming up on 5 years. Great kind of reputation that precedes us, so 150 5-star ratings across the various marketplaces. And with that kind of good reputation, we kind of spread far across the globe. So we're active in 103 countries at the moment. It might actually be more since these slides were created. It probably is. And we have just over 33,000 plugged in Xero and QuickBooks entities. So that's kind of a little bit about Joiin. I'll talk about our kind of key features very quickly and our kind of ethos. So everything within Joiin is about simplicity, ease of use to a potentially complex problem. That's something that you'll definitely hear me bang on about as we go through the webinar. We have instant value, so that's something that we're really key on, kind of delivering value to the customer within a couple of minutes. So we provide off-the-shelf consolidated reporting, no hassle, no KPIs and dashboards, budgeting, all brought in from Xero and QuickBooks straight away. A fully fledged custom reporting tool, which has real power, which we'll go into later. Board reporting, so these really nicely presented reports that you can present to the board, clients, colleagues, whatever. And then finally, the multi-client access. So this is our kind of accountancy package. So you as the accountant or advisor can have parental access and create individual Joiin ecosystems to each of your clients. So I'll just very quickly talk about the benefits of using Joiin and, again, like I say, of our ethos. So I've spoken about how everything is based around a fundamental value of ease of access, getting up and running on Joiin and kind of in a simple manner. So if we start from the bottom left of this slide, we've got the 94% of customer self-service. So what that kind of is basically that 94% of our customers sign up for a Joiin trial, go through their trial period and into subscription without ever getting in touch with us. That shows two things, really. First, the simplicity of Joiin, that you can use it, it's all self-serve, no onboarding required. But also what that means is that 6% of people that do want that kind of support and garnering a bit more of a relationship, we can be a bit more hands-on with them, which is a really nice touch. I've spoken about simplicity and time in terms of time to value. So we use a tool in Joiin called Microsoft Clarity, which basically allows us to kind of track the route through the app that our new customers use. And we find on average that the average customer that signs up for Joiin, from the moment of sign up to running their first consolidated report, takes them on average 6.5 minutes, something which can take hours and hours if you're doing it manually in Excel with all kinds of different issues involved. Top left, we have 300 product updates. So our roadmap is completely customer focused. So no one within Joiin are accountants. So we kind of crowdsource our kind of ideas, and all of our roadmap is built on by our customers and their kind of insights, which means there's no kind of prejudice of what one accountant thinks a consolidation tool should look like. We have it for the masses, essentially. Next, top right, we have value-based pricing. So this is also something we're very keen to get across as well. So we do value-based pricing. So we polled our customers and continue to poll our customers and ask them on average, how much time does Joiin save them? What we then do is we multiply that figure, which on average is 1 day per month for producing consolidated reports, which is obviously a great number. We take that kind of basically, how much would you bill for 1 day? Find that figure, and then we use a multiple of 10 rule. So we basically find the amount of value that Joiin provides for you, and then we divide that by 10. And that's kind of our kind of pricing mechanism, really. All of that said, then we have 96% of our customers renew annually. So obviously we're doing something right. People get locked into that contract and love Joiin and continue to resubscribe year on year, which is something else we're really happy about. So what I'll do now is I will go over to the live demo portion of the webinar and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the company's page. So this is the Joiin landing page. And as I've spoken about, really key on ease of setup, ease of use, and speed and simplicity. So this is the kind of place where you configure your companies, get your company data into Joiin, ready to run your reports. So this would be a kind of blank landing page when you sign up for your free trial initially. And you begin adding your companies to Joiin with the Add Company button. And you've got Connect to Xero, QuickBooks or Sage. So if you click one of those, you'll be redirected to a secure login page. Log in, and then you can add all of your clients or your data really nice and easily. It takes kind of 2 or 3 minutes, give or take, per company. And then you've got the add manually option as well if you've got data outside of those programs, or if you want to kind of do some kind of enjoyment, which I'll show you more of later. Data refreshes every 24 hours, but equally you can trigger a manual refresh at any point. Just press the refresh all button up here. So That's set up, getting the data into. So what I'll show you now is I'll go over to our off-the-shelf report. Like I said, really, that you can kind of get real value from Joiin producing consolidated statements from the get-go. So I'm going to go over to our profit and loss. First will be a standard P&L for one of my demo companies, Xero. And we can really easily build this up into a consolidated profit and loss with just a couple of simple steps. So we select the company selector up here. So I'll select that one. And now I can choose to include additional companies from my group. So I'm going to choose the Marina Inc. company and the Rose Garden company. I'm going to apply those ones, and straight away, Joiin will produce that consolidated statement for me. So it's a free company report. There's some extra options. So we've got the reporting currency. So you can report on any of the world's currencies really nice and easily. Joiin will, by default, provide exchange rate data for you. But equally, if you've got your own particular exchange rate you'd like to use in mind, you can configure all of that. Something we're really keen on is giving the user lots of space to customize and use Joiin however they see fit. So I can change the reporting currency. So we'll just use it as kind of an example, Australian dollars, apply those changes straight away. Joiin performs that currency translation for you. Something, as we say, that could potentially take, on average, 8.5 hours of your month for our average user. You've then got the report formats option. So currently we just had a report for March 23. We've got some nice presets over here. So we could go current and previous 3 months, which would give us a consolidation looking back current month, 3 previous periods, or we could go a company by company breakdown. So this is going to give us company A, company B, company C, and then the consolidated total in the final column, as you can see here. So that's kind of, we talk about within Joiin that wow moment. So when we show customers this, we go from setup to this point in just a couple of minutes. And people kind of go, wow, that's what we want there. That could take me an exceptional amount of time if I was doing it manually. Some extra things that we've got within Joiin as well that I'll draw your attention to. So we've got the budgeting tool. So we'll pull in any budgets by default from QuickBooks or Xero for you. And I can turn those on and my budget's presented in reports. Also, what you can do, as soon as you've run your report within Joiin, you're ready to download it to Excel or PDF. Or you can add it to the Joiin report pack, which I've spoken about very briefly. But adding to Joiin report packs, you can present lots of nice reports in one place, send them off, email them, present it on the screen, and just get a nice, aesthetically pleasing view of the reports within Joiin. So what I'm going to do now is I've shown you kind of the off-the-shelf report. I'll touch on some of the customizability within Joiin as well and go through some of that for you. So I'm going to go over to settings and chart of accounts. So obviously kind of an integral part of producing consolidated financial statements is the management of intercompany accounts and intercompany balances. So within chart of accounts, this is where you manage your intercompany transactions and eliminations. So once this one's loaded up, we'll have a consolidated chart of accounts across my various Xero, QuickBooks and Sage entities here. Basically what I can do is I can go through and I can tell Joiin that I would like to eliminate some of these accounts, and then you've got lots of flexibility on the report level to manage how Joiin handles those eliminations, whether you want to hide them, show them in a separate column, lots of power there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to custom reports, which is kind of frankly the more interesting and kind of the more powerful part of Joiin. So here you've got really flexible reports that you can create as templates, and then you can open up month on month, just automating that consolidation process. So I'm going to open this month-end P&L that I've created. These reports, once created as saved as templates, you can open up like I've just done here, and I can just change the months. So I'll talk through some of the kind of the functionality within custom reports very quick. So we've got charting, so bar, donut. You've then got the formula analysis tool, so you can use that to create custom KPIs or kind of the more general formula analysis. And then you've got the grouping tool as well. So if you want to kind of remap your chart of accounts, that's kind of the common one that we get asked. Does it matter if my chart of accounts aren't standardized across my various entities? Not an issue. So you can see here, I've got this revenue group, which I've opened up. You'll notice then I've got this subgroup of subscriptions, which I can zoom in on slightly just to show you clearly what's going on there. And I've got 2 accounts here with slightly different names, which Joiin won't automatically pick up as being the same, but you can remap all of those ones within Joiin and tidy up the chart of accounts rather than having to go back into your source system and sort it out.
Harry, I also just want to say also as a geeky accountant thing is when we are, let's say we've got more than one entity and we're trying to look at the 2 chart of accounts together in one view, so we can remove some of the duplicates, we actually use Joiin for that. And it's quite useful in the sense that, let's say you've got 5 entities and you've added lots of different entities from different companies and they've got different kind of chart of accounts. You can actually use Joiin to kind of clean it up, go back to the Xero entity and then remove the chart of accounts, the account codes, which are duplicated basically. So just thought I'll throw that in there as well.
Nice one. Yeah, that's actually something that quite often people say to us, kind of an unintended consequence of the way that Joiin works. Yeah, you can go into the settings menu in chart of accounts, and you can download your chart of accounts as an Excel file, and you can basically use it as kind of a checking back mechanism to compare to your Xero accounts, as Rayhan says. Really powerful tool for kind of some nice housekeeping back in the source system. So what I'll do now, just to finish off, is I'll go over to report packs, and I'm just going to show you kind of a bit of a flavor of one of the reports that you can create within Joiin. So this is kind of a standard customized Joiin report pack. You can change your background, the colors, the branding, add your own logos, client logos, whatever. And then you can download these ones really nice and simply to PDF, distribute them as you see fit, or you can do as I'm doing here and present over calls. So I'm just going to scroll through and just give you a bit of a flavor of some of the reports we have in here. So we've got a P&L report here with some nice notes and commentary, again, kind of all very nicely presented. And then scrolling down, we have a balance sheet report for 2 companies with some consolidation adjustments attached. All of that can be managed through Joiin really nice and simply. You've then got your consolidated accounts receivable report or accounts payable aging or sales by customer, all available within Joiin. So here we've got an accounts receivable report, which you can actually drill down directly into Xero and click on the individual invoices directly in Xero, which is a nice feature that we believe no other tools got. Then we've got the KPI reporting. So we've just made some new improvements to KPI reporting. Actually, it was kind of flavor of the month development-wise. And we've now basically created a fully customizable KPI report, really flexible, that you can present off the shelf, but then customize as you see fit, add budgets, chart, whatever you need really for your reporting preferences. So that's kind of a bit of a whistle-stop tour of the Joiin platform.